Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Chaos Zero Nightmare video. This is Mr. Squirrel. As always, glad to have you here. Let's review the notes and the patch notes that's going on right now. If you don't know, the patch is out. We're currently in maintenance right now, so you can't play the game. This is what's being done in the game right now. It is the emergency maintenance that they were talking about earlier, that they released a couple earlier today, actually. So it's about like 24 hours they've implemented all of this. Is well done to them. So what's going on here is essentially the big thing is that they're going to be making some overall changes to the difficulty and making it easier to get forbidden cards in the dimensional tunnel, which is great. I think I've run the this chaos about 5 or 6 times now, and I've only gotten forbidden card once. So I'm really glad about this. The forbidden cards are very difficult to get, and I hope they're making an adjustment to that. So the first thing they're doing is now all of the zero system upgrades that you get are now being applied to the chaos system, all chaos systems, which means the event is now you get to use the upgrades you get in the zero system, apply them to the chaos system. Love it. The second thing, the galactic disaster, this is the event. They are adding the galactic disaster, adding difficulty of laboratory. Zero chaos will be further expanded. So now it goes beyond 8, it'll go to 9, 10, and 11 will be added. I don't know if that's fully needed right now, but hey, some people are there. Wonderful. So then they're here, the rewards that you're getting higher levels of no higher levels of chaos orbs. You're getting more, they'll give you more access to pure white fragments, particles of memory, core memories, traces of memories, pure white fragments, coordinate records. Great. And then this is what's really funny. Recommend level 130. Oh boy. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Okay, Chaos Orbs will be added to the rewards of Laboratory Zero Chaos. Starting from difficulty 0, Chaos Orbs will be additionally obtained from defeating the boss. Wonderful. 2, 3, 4. So they're giving more Chaos Orbs. Wonderful. Normal rare species will now appear in Laboratory Zero Chaos. Okay. Penalty rules for the Laboratory Zero Chaos will be updated. Penalty rules starting from difficulties level 5. 1 to 3 penalties will be applied at random. The penalty will match the list used in the Zero System Codex. Okay, so we'll be getting penalties to penalty rules for Laboratory Zero. Okay, making it a little bit more challenging. Emergency broadcast system. Okay, some identified area choices, rewards, and Laboratory Zero cast will be improved. Okay, so when I peruse this, what they're doing is they're moving things away from decreasing stress to adding ways to get more epiphanies on your characters. Because this is one of the big pieces of feedback is that people were not getting enough epiphanies by the time they finished both levels on the they weren't getting enough epiphanies for their cards when they went through the exterior and interior. And that's I would agree with that. I had like one run where I got really good epiphanies, and then other than that, it was like whatever. So it's nice to see that they're making this adjustment. Now, if we look at this, so they turn off the power option instead of decrease stress, you'll get one random combatant epiphany. Perfect. Failed replica 2 comfort instead of increasing max health by 20%, you'll trigger a nihilium epiphany to one selected card. Ooh, that's a juicy upgrade. Before the ore vein 1, increase stress by 5, trigger. Okay, we're getting more of these nihilium epiphanies. I love it. And then instead of decreasing stress for the watch the end, we're going to select and duplicate one card from 3 random higher cards. Ooh, this is good. More random, more ability to duplicate cards. I love this. Unidentified area rewards and counter dimensional. Okay, so we're getting more buffs. So the project flight, apply 1 memory encroachment debuff, selected combat gains epiphany. So we're seeing all of this is about getting more epiphanies. Everything is about, you're going to have more options to get more epiphanies, which is great. I love it. I love that change. Makes it easier to get your preferred decks in this with the correct epiphanies. Now, something that they didn't talk about in their patch notes that is here now, which is really cool, but it's a little. Oh, sorry, this isn't yet. I was going to talk about something else. I was going to jump. Okay, this is the changes. Sorry, we'll get to what I was going to say in a moment. The Galactic Disaster Season equipment, 5 types and cards, 3 types will be improved. So when the what are they doing? Okay, how does this change? Plus 20% shield gain. Oh, they removed the 1 turn from the nerve hacking module. Interesting. What is this? If you have 3 or more cards in hand, oh wow, 5. Okay, so they changed this from 5 or more to 3 or more. That's decent. I can set that at the end of turn. Okay. Recover 3%. Okay, 3%. And 80% fixed shield. Okay, interesting. When drawing ability, increase the damage amount by 20% for one turn. Oh, it's increased damage amount instead of plus 20 damage amount. Okay. And then when there's six, they're reducing the number of cards. Okay, so they're just making it easier to trigger a lot of these effects for the equipment. Card adjustments after one time per turn. When there are six or more cards in hand, the cost of one random card in hand changes to zero for one turn. Okay, what was it before? One random changes from zero to one. Wait. The cost of one random card in hand changes to zero for one turn. And changes to zero for. Oh, it's got lead. Okay, I got it. Okay, fine. Lead. Oh, they're adding lead to these things. Okay, that's pretty much what they're doing. And then cost two, lead. Okay, one time lead. Create a random forbidden card in hand, lead. Got it. Okay, so they're just giving you lead. Perfect. Which is, there's a 50% chance you'll reduce the cost of the card by one. That's what lead is. Okay, cool. I mean, it's a nice little buff. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. They have a video coming out tomorrow morning, which is really funny. Um, they are actually gonna be buffing the 4P stats, the 4P sets. So the Spark of Passion, this is the Passion set. Originally, it would only give you when you've used an upgrade card. It'll increase the damage amount for the next five Passion cards by 15%. They're giving a 5% damage bonus up to 20%. For the Void, it goes from 15 to 20. It's all 5% damage bonuses. So Instinct, and then all of it is a 5% damage bonus across the board. Here's the thing. I made a recommendation in my video. I still think a lot of the stands. These are nice bonuses. Actually, hold on. This one's actually a huge change. This one's actually beyond a 5%. So when attack cards are used, increase damage amount of order by 5% for one turn, max 3 times. When this is actually a huge bonus because it's much easier to trigger. Well, it's a quote unquote 5% damage bonus because it's going from 15 to 20. This is actually only needs to be triggered 2 times as opposed to 3 times. It's much faster to generate. Unfortunately, for characters that were using the 3 piece like attack, crit, and a combination of either the agony or the basic attack increases, I don't think this really changes much. I wish it did. But the issue with these sets is not so much what they were doing. It's, well, no. It's not so much what they were doing, it's how they were triggered. Like the Void, the Order one, I'm glad they made this adjustment because it was not good. And I think now it is much better for Yuki. But like Hugo does not need this. I think, Luke will be good with this. The Passion one, this one I can see being useful for Veronica. I think Veronica, this will be very good for the amount of void damage. This might actually be really good for Tressa. I need to test this one out. I don't know yet. The Instinct, I mean, Felipe could work with this. I don't know. These seem nice to haves. I don't. My issue more, excuse me, with the equipment cards. Sorry, not equipment. Memory fragments is not that they are and they was the damage. Well, for the order one it was, but it was actually that the conditions to trigger them are way too difficult to proc. And so for me, that was the issue at hand. And then finally, let's go over the error fixes. An issue with the event Guardian of the Ark event disabled. Okay, despite not being completed. Okay, they fixed that. Issue with the intermittent errors. Okay. Issue with the each level chaos clear achievements. Okay. Issue with defeating the cold matron and laboratory zero chaos with continuous strike caused the game unplayable will be fixed. Okay. An issue where Aloy's and Bria's passive effects related to creating, obtaining status ailments. Okay, these are just some general fixes, and then they gave Via credit for Karen. I'm going to say this. What shocks me the most out of this update is the rapid rate. I thought this wasn't going to happen at least till like late tomorrow. This is like a 24-hour turnaround time. So they really implemented this feedback very quickly. Good on the devs for doing this. I'm really impressed with how fast they're taking in feedback, implementing that feedback, and making the game overall just a better experience for the players. I think this is just a wonderful um, update. It makes the game, it makes it more fun. This will, like, getting the epiphanies in the chaos mode or the chaos event right now that's in the event, the Laboratory Zero, is going to be overall just a much more enjoyable experience to getting those perfect decks that you're looking for. Okay, hope this helps, folks. And as always, remember, failing is just your first attempt at learning.